It's another building week now, and I'm going to do issue 38. I was intending to do 2 or 3 at a shot like I have been over the last couple of weeks, but issue 38 promises to have a lot to do. There's a little bit of painting, there's some gluing, there's some application of electronics to the frame, and it's actually a pretty big deal. So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get through in one shot. I did have to actually run out and pick up more supplies. I had to get more paint and stuff like that. So my mass of modeling gear is expanding. But hopefully I won't screw this up too badly. So let's see how well I can get all this together. Here's the technical manual. Going in first, the Sentinel transport shuttle. Looks a lot like the Lambda class shuttle. Tidarium that we're all familiar with, but as you can see, this is one of them special edition jammies that got tucked into the background on the Search in Tatooine. One of the changes to the special edition that didn't really rub me the wrong way. Then we've got Endor, and check out this cat. There's another one of the special edition dudes. I don't know what he's doing holding a gun there. I couldn't tell you where that comes from, but still kind of a goofy looking character, very reminiscent of some of the negative changes I believe that went through with the special editions. There's a little more about some monsters. The scene from the Ewok Adventure TV special, I didn't see that, nor did I see the Star Wars Holiday Special, which has been much maligned, but maybe someday. Anyway, speeders and so on, Jabba's sail barge, and Darth Maul's little scooter thing there. I think that's a pretty cool design there, right? But this is all about repulsor lifts. Yep. Not actually spacecraft. But anyway, and here are some details about the Falcon's landing apparatus there, landing thrusters. You can see them firing off there as they approach Bespin. Pretty cool. And here's what's going on. So step 1 is going to be attaching an LED strip to this bit of the framework. Then after that, assembling the landing ramp. I'm going to be doing some painting. I'm not going to trouble you with that because it's not particularly interesting, and I'm probably going to just be watching paint dry for most of it. But anyway, and then there's some hinge work here to get the landing ramp here, and that's what it's going to look like at the end. So there we go. Lots to do this time around. Here's the first part. I've got my little bit of frame, which was not connected the last time around, and well, I was certainly wondering why, and here's why. So I'm going to be taking this LED strip and running it through this little aperture here, and then gluing it, or rather taping it down on top of the frame here. So there we go. As I was reading the build guide and the online thing, it said that this thing might not fit through, but hey, look at that. Well, something is starting off right. So now I've got to... well, it's a little bit of a squeeze here. That could be a good thing. Might make it easier to paste this thing down. Now, this is how it's going to sit. All right, now I'm just double checking against the manual here to make sure that I'm not putting it on stupidly. Yeah, so I got a couple of LED lights here. Okay, so I'll just tape this puppy down. Okay. Well, I guess that's about it for this. Yeah. So I guess, I've never really looked at LEDs up closely. So I guess these are LEDs for... This might illuminate the landing ramp when it's down. I don't know. But anyway, that seems to have gone off without a hitch. Hooray for me. Next is the loading ramp or entrance ramp. I've got to take these bits, stick them on here, connect them there so it creates the little flippy flap that's going to slide out, I suppose. And then these two guys are going to go on here. But in between, after I attach this bit, I'm going to paint the inside of the ramp here and then slap these two pieces on the side. So there's going to be a bit of a time lapse. I'm sure that you're waiting with bated breath. But I've got my cocktail stick, got my glue. So first things first, I need to figure out, I think I've got this sorted based on the pictures in the guide. I need to sit this underneath, and then this. Yep. Yeah. Well, hopefully I get it better than this when I start gluing things down. But all right, so this is going to sit on like this. Yeah, okay. It can hinge. So I just need to make sure I don't glue it down to the point that it doesn't move. Well, only one way to see it through, so here goes nerfing. Come on, glue. I've been extra careful. Oh my Jesus Christ! Oh, what the fuck? God. Fuck! Yeah, and here I am saying how extra careful I've been with this shit, and next thing you know, this fucking crap happens. God damn it. Well, I'm going to deal with this in a second. But anyway, I'm going to make use of some of this goddamn glue, because there's a fucking shitload of... God damn it! Oh, this is like the swearingest edition of my little series so far. Alright, anyway. Fuck, that sucks. Alright, well, anyway. Glue. Glue. Oh, God. This is going to be a disaster. I've been trying to be so careful so that I don't fuck up my glue and make it so that it's impossible to get the cap off and shit. And now this. Fuck. God damn it. You know, today has been full of unfortunate news for me. Shit happening. It pissed me off. Now this. Okay, well, it's kind of catching here. I don't know what that's about. Well, this thing's not really going to be seeing a lot of action, so... Alright, well, there it is. So now I'm just going to be painting this bad boy up, and then I'll be slapping these bits on, and then there's a little bit more building to do. In the meantime, I'm going to finish swearing and take care of my glue. Here's my painted ramp. Very exciting paint job. It's all gray. You can see it's still a little bit damp because I'm a little bit impatient, but it's going to flippy flap closed like that. I'm trying not to touch it too much. But yeah, I'm impatient, so kind of just want to get these pieces on. So these two bits are going to go on to the top here, and then this whole bit is going to flip into the bottom of this piece of the outer hull. So I'm going to set this aside for now, and going to commence with dropping more glue all over the place. Still got my lake of glue here. Well, you know what? I can probably make use of some of this, and I'm going to, because I'm frugal, if that's the word you want to use for it. But you know what? Before I do some stupid crap like that, I'm going to make sure I have these things ready to go in the right place. So, yep, like yo, and like yo. Yep, always a good idea to make sure you got the pieces in the right place before you go gluing them in the wrong one, right? Stupid dickhead. Okay, and now of course I flip them out and then immediately forget which orientation I had them in. Okay, so let's make use of this lake here. It's a little bit gummy, but it'll still do the job, I'm sure. You go here. It's like working with honey. Alright. Don't go anywhere. Now, I don't need to have tendrils of this crap all over the place. Maybe this isn't the best idea. Oh well. Already in it to win it. Alright. There we go. Excitement. Huh. You can see if you look very closely that it's not flush, is it? That is kind of shitty. Oh well. What am I going to do? The answer is nothing. So, there's our glue in there. So, now, it looks like this goes just like this. And that's it. So, this is actually the underside of the ship. And it's going to go, it's going to go like this when it opens on up. And actually, what I'm going to be doing next is assembling the hinge and attaching the hinge that goes right here. So, that's next up. Back in the lake of glue, and I've got my hinge here with all the attendant screws necessary to put this together. So, now I just need to start putting this puppy together. Sorry for the glare from the lights there. So, I need to make sure that I'm doing this the right way. This bit and these guys need to get screwed on like yo to ensure that they're at the right angle. So, let's get to some screwing and some swearing. So I'm quite sure these little bastards are not going to want to go where I want them to. Alright, so first one. Well, thankfully it seems to be sinking nicely enough. Let's put the other one in too. Oops. Keep the camera centered. Keep the action centered, I should say. Action. Talking about this video and action is like an analogy or something that I can't think of right now because I'm not feeling particularly clever. Alright, not difficult. There we go. There's one arm. And then okay. Son of a bitch. Alright. Okay. One more. There we go. At least this is easier to manipulate than the gigantic frame. Alright. Well, that looks pretty good. Add a little bit extra tightening on there. Alright, so that's half of my hinge there. So now, here's the bit that kind of set me for a little bit of a loop when I was looking at the build guide before I got started. So this is a hinge, yeah? And it's supposed to lever la-di-da. Oh, it's a very snug fit. It's supposed to lever a little bit. Huh. Here's something interesting. Yeah, look at that. Stays on by itself. Huh. But, yeah, it's going to be attached to the ramp and moving up and down. Which is weird because it's awfully snug there. Wow. Anyway, so I needed to purchase some of this crap, liquid thread lock, to apply to the inside of these screws before I slap them onto this final piece here and ensure that I'll be able to continue to move the hinge without tightening the screws, without allowing them to work themselves free over the the lifetime of this thing if I open the ramp up on multiple occasions, I suppose. So yeah, I've never used this stuff before, and I'm a little bit scared of it because it's new and I'm scared of new things. But also what's fun is that I got this whole frickin' tube, kind of like that tube of putty that I got for the couches in the interior of the ship, and might very well only ever use it for these two screws. So I don't know. After I'm done with this thing, maybe if you're looking for a tube of thread lock, let me know and I'll mail it over to you or some stupid crap like that. So anyway, yeah, I gotta send this puppies through. Alright, well, let me crack open the bottle of thread lock now so I get it prepared. Alright, it's got this nice little applicator tip there. Applicator tip. Alright, so now doing this is going to be interesting. I have absolutely no idea how gummy this stuff is and how quickly it's going to come out, but I know I only need a little bit. So, well, I've already got my lake of glue, so let's see. Oh, it's blue. Ooh. All right, well, wow, okay. So that's probably more than I need right there. I'm going to need to grab a paper towel or something, but... Jesus. Okay, you know what? Stop it. Stop it. Fucking shit. Good God, this is like jelly. All right, you know what? Stand by. Get a damn tissue now. The fuck, man? It's still bleeding. Knock it off. What the fuck? Thread locking fluid. All right. And it's still coming out. Fuck. I must have pinched the tube. Stop it. You know what? This is probably the most entertaining this video is ever going to be. All right. So, I am just going to dab it in. Like, yo. And send her on through. Well, here goes nothing, eh? Smells kind of funny. Alright, I've intentionally left it somewhat loose. I hope this will do the job. I hope I'm doing it right, I should say. That's really my concern. Whoa, shit. Oh, fuck you. Come here. Oh, this is fucking wonderful. Come here. I don't want to get this shit on my hands. Alright. Trying to get the threads to catch neatly. There we go. Okay. So, there's my hinge. And I have applied my thread lock. I don't know how long this stuff takes to set. And I don't know if I've done it right. But, well, that's about that. So, this crazy crap which was bleeding all over the place. That's how much I'm going to use right now. Alright, let's set some of this stuff aside. Man, I have so many bizarre fluids on this thing. I'm running out of space to work with. Okay, so now here's my ramp again. And just taking a look at the guide here. Looks like I need this bit on the ramp itself. So, well, look at that. Hey, there's a surprise. It fits properly, right? Oh, and it fits rather closely, too. Just kind of push it down on it there, right? And that's right. I'm referencing the guide I've got here over on the side. And, let's see. Oh, hang on. Wait, there's another image of this thing from the top side. And make sure I've... Yeah, okay. All right, so if nothing else, I have screwed this thing together properly. So, I don't know what more to say about that, but okay. So now, yeah, it goes on like this, facing the actual ramp, and then it's just a matter of putting the 8 screws through. Okay, so I'm just going to shove this puppy on. Okay. All right, and then it's these 8 screws to be applied to, come on, you're supposed to be magnetic, all right, to put it in place, and then I'll actually be done with this. So, off we go. Now, these are some of those self-tapping screws, which create their own threads in the plastic. So, if I'm using these wrong, I am going to create a real headache for myself, because the actual plastic of the model will be deformed. Fuck. Well, whatever. Looks alright, so I'm going to assume it's alright, and we'll see how that works out. Anyway, that's 2. God damn it. You know, I'm holding my screwdriver all stupid. Okay. There we go, halfway done. Come on. All right. I gotta say, I mean, obviously, you have seen my trepidations throughout this model, but in this issue in particular. And even though I've been swearing a lot and dropping stuff and generally elevating my blood pressure, it is pretty cool. You know, slowly but surely it comes together. It's kind of neat. As I was at the hobby store going to buy my gray paint for this and the locking thread lock there, I was just having a look at many of the paints on display and thinners and enamels and airbrushes and so on, and it's really, really intimidating. Oh, I am going to cry when it's time to paint this thing. But, you know, anyway. All right, well, there we go. Ooh, look at that. So, I'm so stupid. Well, there we go. There's my ramp. Okay, closed up. She's gonna look like this, and then, and I guess I can lever this out so she can sit like this. So I'll give you a slightly better angle. And there we go. So, yep. There is issue 38. That's everything. And, well, it took a lot more effort than I anticipated, but, hey, whatever. There we go. So, that's another one down, and I'm kind of not feeling it for another issue today, so next time around I'll be another look at my ugly mug as I preface my endeavors. Anyway, thanks for watching or not watching. So, yeah, see ya.